Hey, hello, welcome to FS with SRIKANTH. In this lecture, we are going to discuss nested loop. So, already we know about for loop, and now we are going to learn when we are placing within the for loop, when we are placing another for loop. In a previous example, we are placing in a body of for loop, we are placing if condition. But here, we place nested loop in the sense we place within the loop and we are placing another loop. There is a for loop is there. Within the for loop we are placing one more for loop as a body of the statement, body of the loop, and we are placing one more for loop. Just to observe here, there is a one for loop is there. Within the for loop there is another for loop is there. This type of program evaluation is nothing but nested loop. Nested loop, how it will be performed? First of all, already we know that how for loop will be evaluated. For loop having three parts. First, initialization, text the condition, and decrementation, incrementation, and body of the loop. And here we observe first evaluating incrementation, decrementation, test the condition, and third part is executing as a body of the loop, and fourth part is initializing and incrementation of the variable, increment and decrement of the variable. Just to observe here how it performs this program. First, I value takes one value and I value 1 and it tests the condition 1 less than or equal 3 and condition is true. Then it will be entered to third part, and third part having one more for loop. You observe third part having one more for loop. Suppose this is a one for loop, this is a one for loop, this is a one for loop, and within the for loop there is a one more for loop is there, right? So in outer loop it is a outer for loop. This is a outer, and this is a inner loop and outer loop. The outer loop condition is true, then it will be entered to inner loop. If the outer loop condition is true, then it will be entered to inner loop. When the inner loop is false, when the inner loop condition is false, then again the trigger is forward to this one. If in this inner, how it enter the inner loop, if the condition is true, and how it from the inner to outer loop, when the condition is false, then only it will be backward to this for loop, outer for loop. You understood right now? So first outer loop, this is outer, first one is outer, right? This is a inner, this entire part is inner. So here when the test the condition and condition is true, then it enter to inner loop. So when it enters to inner loop, so inner loop having j, one more variable, and it tests the condition j less than or equal to I. What is the value of I? I value comes from outer loop. What is the value of right now I? I value is 1. Here j value is 1 and it tests the condition 1 less than or equal to 1. Condition is true, then it prints this is whatever it may be, star or what a printable statement will be print. Then j value is increased 2. Then again it tests the condition is false. So automatically when the inner loop is false, again it will be going to outer loop, outer. So here again outer loop, this is a fourth part, and again I value is increased. I value is right now 2. Then I value is 2 less than or equal 3. Condition is true, and again it forward to inner loop, and I value is updated with a 2, and j value is start from 1. You mind it, j value previously j is increased with a 2, but that is already false. So again j value is updated right now. J value is again, when the I value is updated, again the loop is triggered to this for loop, inner loop, and inner loop is starts freshly. Inner loop is very start freshly, means again it starts very fresh. Just to observe. So here right now what is the value of I? I value is 2 and j value is 1 only. So again j1 and 1 2, condition is true, it prints the star, and again j value is updated, and again j value checks the condition, means first time inner loop only execute one time, and second time inner loop executing 2 times, right? And when the j value is again increased, the condition is true, 3 less than or equal to, the condition is false, 3 less than or equal 2 is a false, right? So again when the condition is false, the inner loop is trigger is forward to outer loop, and again I value is increased, I value is 3 now, condition is true, again it will be trigger is forward to this one with I value updated, I value is 3, and again j start from 1 and 1 less than or equal to 3, and again condition is true, and j value is again j value is prints, updates, and j checks the condition 2 less than or equal to 3, condition true, and 3 less than or equal to 3, condition is true, and again j will be updated, but j value is j condition is false. Again it will be trigger is forward to outer loop, and outer loop I value is increased with 4, and 4 less than or equal to 3, condition is false. Means outer value condition only checks one time, but inner value checks until false, and the trigger is forward to outer loop, and outer loop value will be updated if the condition is true from the outer loop, and again inner value is repeating from the statement, right? From the statement it will be implemented, and again number of times inner loop will be implemented, and the trigger is forward when the inner loop is false. Just to observe this program very clearly, you understood. So I value 1 and maximum is 5 we are taking, and inner loop is also, this is outer loop, outer, out, and this is in. So for understanding purpose, inner. So here when the outer condition is true, the trigger will be entered to inner loop, but here you observe condition is 5, but in the previous program it will be the condition is depends upon outer loop, but here the j value is fixed, j condition j less than or equal to 5 value is fixed. So here just you observe, this is outer, so outer for loop, and this is inner for loop, right? So but here the j less than or equal to 5 means j iterates 5 times here. Every time j iterates 5 times, but outer for loop only do one time, and trigger is forward to here, and it will be evaluated 5 times, and when the j value is 6, the condition is false, again the trigger will be going to this, and again I value is updated with the 2, and again it will be j will be executed again 5 times. So here for loop having 3 parts, it evaluated first, and it will be going to second, and overally it will be third, and within the third it will be do first, fourth, and it is a fifth, and it evaluated 6, and j value is updated 7, and I value is implemented 8. This is the process. So just you observe, first I value is 1, I will be checks the condition, the trigger is moved to here, I less than or equal to 5, 1 less than or equal to 5, condition is true, again the trigger is forward to here, the trigger is forward to third, within the third again j value with updated I value. What is the value of I right now? 1, but it is not required, actually within the loop there is not required I value, so just a trigger is forward to here, j value is 1, and test the condition j1 and less than or equal to 5, condition is true, and it prints 1 star. Yes, and again j will be updated 4, 5, 6 and 7th one, j will be updated, condition j will be updated as a 2, and again it tests the condition is true, and again it implements 1 more star, and again the trigger is forward to here, j value updated with a 3, and again condition is true and updated 3 and 4 and 5 times it will be updated. When the j value is 6, condition is false, then the trigger is forward to here, then I value is updated as a 2, and this I value is again forward to here. What is the value of I now? In previously 1, it will be updated with a 2, and again the I checks the condition, it takes the condition 2 less than or equal to 5, again this condition is true, and again the trigger, when the condition is true, it will be jump to here, and it will be do the same process again, j value it start from 1 and condition is up to 5, and it prints 5 stars. In this way it will be executed, j value 1, it start from 1 and condition is true, 1 less than or equal to 5 true, and it will be print star, and j value will be updated, again it will be reached to here, then test the condition and condition is true, So like this it will be executed until I value is false. Until I value is false, complete process is going, I value is false. Means when the I value is 1, this j will be prints 5 times. And when the I value is 2, again j will be prints 5 times. 5 times. And up to I5 it will be prints j value 5 times. Means j will be repeatedly executed 25 times. J will be repeats 25 times, but I will be repeats only 5 times. You understood logic? I is outer and j is inner. I is outer and j is inner. And now we need to execute one program, very simple program. Just to observe the half pyramid. Just observe, this is a half pyramid. Right, we need to print. So how it can be print? How many lines we have? Totally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lines, right? How many rows there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rows. 5 rows and 5 columns. Right, 5 rows and 5 columns. Totally rows 5 and columns also 5. So here, for this point of view, we need one nested loop it required. Nested loop. Just to observe here, within the for loop we are placing one more for loop. Within the for loop we are placing one more for loop. Just to observe here, after evaluating, this for loop will be prints this one /n. Here also /n. After j value is finished, this will be print this one. And the trigger is moved to here. Just observe here, the same program we trying to execute. It will first and test the condition second time, and it will be body of the loop, and this is a third and fourth, fifth and sixth, and it will be 7 and it will be 8 and it will be 9. Don't confuse I equal to 1, I less than or equal j less than or equal to I, printf /n only, just it jumps to. So here up to here outer loop, this is outer, and this loop is inner. This is inner. Just observe, when we are entering a rows values, how many rows you want to print, how many rows, number of rows you required. For that we are taking, suppose I am taking rows value is 5 will be stored here. The rows value 5. First I value is initialized. This is a part 1. I value is initialized. When this one less than or equal to 5, condition is true. Then the outer loop is forward to inner loop. Already we know that j value is 1 and j less than or equal to I. It comes, the trigger comes with I value. What is the I value right now? 1. And the condition is 1. And already we know that j value is 1. Less than or equal 1 less than or equal 1. Condition is true. It prints 1 star. It prints 1 star. Right. Then after j will be increased. What is the value of right now j? It will be changed to 2. And again it tests the condition. The condition is true. Condition true? No, it is a false. So then inner loop is false. Then it finishes the statement printf, means it jumps to next line. Then again it will be moved to here with I plus I, means I value is updated. I equal 2 right now. I value is 2. And 2 less than or equal to 5. Condition is here, just to observe here, condition is true. And again it will be forward. Outer loop is forward with a value change with updated value. I value is 2. And again it change the condition less than or equal j less than or equal to I, means 2. J value start from 1 less than or equal to. Condition is true. It prints a star. And again j will be increased. And again j value is updated with a 2. And again 2 less than or equal to. Condition is true. So it will be print one more star in the same line. Again j value is updated. J value is right now 3 and 3 less than or equal to. Condition is false. Again it prints new line. Right. Next the trigger is forward to plus I. Then again I value is updated. I value is 3 right now. I value is 3. Just observe, I value is updated with a 3. 3 less than or equal to 5. Condition is true, and again it will be forward to here with the updated I value is 3. And again j value will be check. J equal to 1. It starts from j value. J equal to 1. And j less than or equal to I. What is the value of right now I? 3. And j value start from 1. 1 less than or equal to 3. Condition is true. And execute star. And j value will updated with a 2. And it prints one more star. And j value is again updated. And again test the condition. Condition is true. So again it prints one more star. And j value is again updated with a 4. And 4 less than or equal to 3. Condition false. And again it will be jumps to, it prints /n. Then I value is updated with a 4. Until I condition false, until outer loop false, the inner loop will be evaluated 5 times. When the I value is 1, j will be executed 1 time. And I value is 2, j will be executed 2 times. I value is 3 and j will be executed 3 times. Why? Because here condition is depends with I. Condition is depends with I. Just observe here condition is depends with the 5, number 5. Every time it will be do with 5 only. Just observe in a previous exam. But here the condition is depends with the rows and j value. J less than or equal to I. For that reason, based on condition, the inner value will be repeatedly executing based on condition only. Just to observe here, I want to execute this program. Just observe everything same. Loop in a loop is there. Loop in a loop. And I am trying to compile. No error. And I am trying to run. How many rows you want to print? Suppose 3 lines, 3 times repeated. I value 1, I value 2, I value 3. Just 3 stars. So this is, so first one, first row, first call, first horizontal line, 1 time it will be there, and j value 2 times. When I value is 2, j will be print 2 stars. Right. Just observe, when the I value 1, j prints only star 1 time. When the I value 2, j will be prints 2 and 2 times. So in this way, the nested loop will be performs. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Please like and share. And if you have any doubts, please put a comment. Right. Thank you. Have a nice day.